Hi everyone. It's time for today's video based on New York Times connection game. It's basically a game where you create four groups of four words from 16 given words. You have seen the thumbnail, so you know what the first group we are discussing is. Watch to the end of this video, and I will also tell you the other three groups of four words, what each word means, and what they have in common. Let's start today's video. So long, skinny objects. One of them is a pole, right? A pole, best example of a pole is a fishing pole, right? It's a long, skinny thing. But pole in general, it could be any object which is kind of long and skinny. Fishing pole or a pole, which is a piece of wood that stands up. But pole, English being English, there are other meanings for the word pole. So for the word pole, a Polish person from Poland, it's called also a Pole, right? So that's, I think, probably Pole. That's Paul, which is Pole. This person is a Pole, which means that they're from Poland. Then the other one is to poll, P-O-double-L. That means to kind of get a vote, get a measurement. So you poll, when there's an election, you poll people, you poll the population. Who are you going to vote for? What party are you going to vote for? Who are you going to vote for the mayor? That's to poll. So that's, they say poll results. So that's also to poll. Of course, don't make a mistake, confuse poll and pool, which is two different things. I did want to tell you that I appreciate very much you coming and watching my videos every day and, commenting and sharing. And the thing is, I've been studying English for more than 40 years, and it's a super complex language that it gets harder and harder as you progress. So when you're intermediate speaker like you are, English actually keeps getting harder. So for you to come back here and learn, congratulations and kudos to you to do that, because English is not easy. And if you get frustrated, if you get mixed up, if you get discouraged, just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going on this journey. You will do well. And as I had said before, your English will be better than 90% of Native American or British or Canadian speakers, just because you are learning, whereas they were just born to the culture. Our next word is rod, and a rod is another, long, skinny object. So, that was also, we have things, rod can be not only as an object, it could be even a rod of light, which is something sort of a, long, narrow beam of light. So actually beam is another word, right? Beam can also be, it's not in this thing that I'm doing, but beam can also be like an object. But usually we use beam of light, and beam and rod is, and I think rod is actually another, is a part of the eye, I think, that you say that's rods of the eye. So that's another thing that rod means. Then another word, which is a long, skinny object, is a staff. Now, staff is quite interesting because staff staff is a verb and a noun. And here is a noun. A noun as in staff is this long stick, sometimes with a ball on top of it. And that's like, like magicians have a staff or something. And, so staff is usually long stick with like some kind of a thing at the end of it. So that's staff. But staff staff as a noun means I'm part of the staff. Staff means I'm part of the employees that are working in this venue. Can I speak with a staff member, please? Like my coffee is really cold and I don't really like it. Can I talk to a staff member? Staff member. Staff means, group of people who run a place. So are you a member of staff? as in, do you work here? And then to staff means to people something, right? This is, can I staff this meeting for you? Can I, as in, put people there? That's to staff. And staffing, right? Don't make a mistake of doing staff and stuff. Now it's funny because sometimes Russian people have a hard time speaking or distinguishing between staff and stuff, or and, but they have nothing to do with each other. So staff means a group of people, or it means a stick. So finally, long skinny object is stick. Now stick is another very interesting word because it's a noun and a verb. As a noun, stick, is the thing that you throw for the dog. Now, this is a silly joke, but what do you call a boomerang that when you throw it, it doesn't come back? A stick. I know it's a dad joke, but stick, is like a piece of, it's a branch that you cut from a tree. Usually is part of a wooden thing. So in that, it's a stick. It's a long stick. It's a skinny stick, right? But then stick can be, could be used in other things and like as a unit. So you can say stick of gum. You can have a stick of gum. It's like a piece of gum, a stick of gum, which is like, just one gum. That's a stick of gum. But then you can have stick of dynamite, and then so that's the noun stick. But then you have the verb stick, which is so popular, right? So stick in its simplest form means to, getting glued to something, right? This sticks, as in this, this is glued and sticks to something. But like if you watch, a YouTube video like this, I can have an whatever break and say stick around. Stick around means stay here. Don't go anywhere. That's stick around. We have an informal word called stick up. This is stick up. Stick up means armed robbery. So this is a stick up, means put your hand up and I'm going to rob you. Stick up. And then we have the expression stick to it, as in just persevere, do what you need to do because you will win. Okay, stick to it. And then stick, yeah, let's see. So I think there is an expression stick in a mud, which means somebody who's very kind of by the book and, they're not very fun. And then we have words like stickler, which are not really stick, and stickler, which somebody is very strict. Okay, hey there, friend. Nice to meet you. I am Hamid. Sorry for the interruption. If you are enjoying this video and are looking to take your English fluency and vocabulary to the next level, I've got something special for you. I offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions tailored to your unique goals and interests. Whether you're focusing on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or all around communication skills, I'm here to help you master English in a way that's fun and effective. Ready to elevate your English? Click on the link in the description below to book your session with me today. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English. Now, these are things that are orange. Basketball is orange, okay? Carrot is orange, and carrot is actually, a vegetable or whatever, fruit. I don't know what that is. So carrot, now it's interesting because I talked to you about stick before. Now it's carrot. Now, in psychology or in marketing or whatever manipulation, there's a idea of carrot and stick. This is a carrot and stick situation. So, I don't know, your teacher gives you a carrot and stick thing. It's like, if you do well in this exam, I would recommend you to this university. That's your carrot. But if you do bad in this exam, I will, write it on the blog that you did badly, whatever. That's a stick. So carrot and stick in that means that carrot is the thing that is always, you're just gonna almost seducing somebody into something. It's like, yeah, this is what you can get. That's the carrot. Stick is like, I will punch you. That's the stick, right? So things that are orange, carrot is orange. Things that are orange, goldfish. Now, goldfish is interesting because there's an expression. He's got the memory of a goldfish, or attention span of a goldfish, which is goldfish, is the little fish, the orange fish that you have in your aquarium. But, it's kind of like we have expressions like not very smart like a goldfish or having no attention span like a goldfish. Then things that are orange are pumpkin. Now, pumpkin is the again, fruit or legume or whatever vegetable that you eat. You eat that especially in Thanksgiving, I think, and actually not Thanksgiving, Halloween, sorry. In Halloween. And actually, so in Halloween, you get a pumpkin, and instead of eating it, you carve like scary faces there. That's called the jack-o'-lantern. So you take a pumpkin and you carve it in a certain kind of a scary way. That's called the jack-o'-lantern. Then we have things that are seen on a golf course. And seen on a golf course, cart. Cart is the thing that you see on the golf course. Maybe you have a caddy, and caddy is the person who carries your swings of the golf and balls, and you go around in your cart. So cart is usually, or when you go to a grocery store, I don't know, when you go to Target or something, then you use a cart. And now, of course, because of that, cart has become popular on online shopping, because just the way you have a cart when you go shopping at Walmart or Target, you have a shop when you go on Amazon and shop online, you also have a cart. Now, this is really not really English, but in French, carte is actually card in American, and carte blanche, if you were going to speak any French in English, which is possible sometimes to enrich your English, say that's a carte blanche. That means that's a white card. That means that you can do whatever you want with it. So that's cart, and it also can be cart verb, as in cart things and put carted away or something. And then we have the word club, as in scene of a golf course. Club, it could be a golf club, which is like the thing that you swing with. You use a golf club. And then club also means like a nightclub, where you go party at night. That's a club. But also, I think it's a type of a vegetable. I'm not sure. But anyways, you have a club which is on card games. And then that club, it's this black thing with three sort of heads. That's called a club, like ace of clubs or something. That's a black thing. So spade is the one that kind of looks like a leaf. Club is the one that has three leaves. So that's it. That's a club. And then we have clubbing, which is a verb. It means to go to club. But then clubber is like hitting somebody with a club. Okay. Then seen on the golf course is hole. Now, hole means usually a little point inside the ground. That's why you have it in the golf course, right? Because you have a hole where the ball goes in that hole. So, but you have things like black hole, which is in the space. It's that big thing. Hole usually means that you have this big hub or big surface, and then you have a hole in it. This plot of this movie is full of holes, as in the story of the movie really doesn't add up. Full of story holes. So hole in that, it could be a sort of an euphemistic thing. It's not a physical hole, but it's, and then we have expressions like hole in the wall, which is an expression you use for a bar or a little tiny tiny watering place or tiny diner. It's called a hole in the wall. Now, hole is interesting because if you put a W in front of it, it becomes whole, still the same thing, but then whole there means an entirety. So the wholeness of this matter, as in the entire matter, right? And then holy doesn't exist yet. I mean, you can't say HOLEY, holy, but then HOLY, holy, that means sacred, that means divine, that means godly. But then if you have WHOLLY, holy, which is the same, that means completely. So, this is why English is confusing, because there are so many different things, and you change one letter or, something, and everything changes. And then the final word, which is seen on a golf course, is a TEE. I never use that word, but, you have expressions like tee up or tee off or something, but it's a golfy thing. The final group is shapes of capital Greek letters. So circle, it's a shape, and circle, circle is this thing, a round thing, it's a circle, but also it's a verb, circle around people, as in, all come together, round up, circle. Also, when you are, I don't know, doing a test, you can circle things, or they were circling us. So circle, you can come together, or you can circle somebody, which means like go around them, or the bees were circling the flower or something, circling. And then shapes of capital Greek letter is horseshoe. Horseshoe, of course, is the metal thing that is under the horse's hoof. Actually, that thing is called a hoof, because you got to pay attention. Different animals have different names, but the horse has a hoof. But like a cat has paw. So you have hands, cat has paws, horse has, and so that metal thing in the shape of a U, that's a horseshoe. And by superstition, some people feel that horseshoe like brings good luck or something. And then pitchfork is a shape of a capital Greek letter, and then pitchfork is this thing, this object that you take leaves with. It's a pitchfork. It's a combination of the word pitch that I've talked about a lot, and fork. And fork means, of course, fork means, in the simplest form is the part of the utensils, like you have fork and you have knife and then you have spoon. But then forking has a lot of different meanings. Forking means like the road forked, as in it went two different directions. Or right now we can say is in programming, or in like Bitcoin right now, when Bitcoin forks, or when the program forks, that means that divides into two, right? That's called forking. And then finally, the word that we have, shape of a capital Greek letter, is triangle. And triangle, is this thing. So triangle is, and then is the object, it's the shape, is the geometry. And then you have the word like triangular, and triangular means in the shape of a triangle, right? And we used to have this thing of Bermuda Triangle, which was a scary place, and things got lost there. So and then we can have circular. So circle, there's a circle, and then there's circular, that means in the shape of a circle. Okay, have a great day.